Hi, today's December 6th, and I'm talking about two people who passed away who had an impact on the lives of people with disabilities: President George Herbert Walker Bush and Judge Joseph Tauro. In talking about the judge, we'll talk about some years related to the consent decrees. While in talking about President Bush, we'll use some of his own words. Judge Tauro oversaw the Massachusetts Consolidated Consent Decrees, and they had begun in 1972 with Belchertown case, Ritchie versus Greenblatt, and in 1973 with Mark versus Dukakis, Mark being our former acronym, which related to other state institutions. In our suit, what we advocated for, though, with other state schools that were part of that suit, was the fact that instead of renovating the state institutions that existed, let us build community options. Let us help people move back into the community, into homes, into apartments. And this was called the community plan. It was huge, and it set up the foundation for our community service system and the dollars for our community service system. I don't know what it would have gone like in this state if it wasn't for those consent decrees and the community plan. And in 1993, Judge Tauro, working with Governor William Weld, established and ordered a final decree which ended his supervision after 20 plus years of the State Developmental Disability Service System. Shift to the 41st President, George Bush. I'm going to share some of his words. He talked about the ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, being a product of a true coalition of Democrats and Republicans. He singled out Bob Dole, but I have to insert the names of Tom Harkin, Ted Kennedy, Steny Hoyer, and Lowell Weicker, who all fought to get the bill passed in Congress and negotiated with the president's representatives. He talked about a legislation which took a sledgehammer to yet another wall. He talked about it, that it removes the physical barriers that we created and the social barriers that we have accepted. So as we mourn the loss of these two men and celebrate them, let us not go back to the days of the consent decrees. Let us remember how easy it is to accept such situations. And also let us work to remove all the social barriers that exist that we have accepted. Thanks, and see you around the corner next week.